Are you eyeing up some much needed judgment tips to help Takayuki Yagami stay one step ahead of the Yakuza universe's hive of scum and serial killers? If you are, here's 9 things you should know before playing Judgment. Always stock up. Judgment has a nasty habit of throwing you into gauntlets of fights when you least expect it. To help ward off a brutal beatdown, you're going to need to have several recovery items handy at all times. Early on, your best course of action is to head to any Popo convenience store on your map. And once there, be sure to grab as many toughness and stamina items as possible. Filling up on sushi sets is also a good idea, as you can carry 10 of these as opposed to just 3 toughness bottles. Also, if a character asks you during a story mission if you're ready to go somewhere, that's a surefire sign that a massive combat section and possibly a hard-as-nails boss is on its way. So go in prepared. Make money fast. Unlike other games in the Yakuza series, it's not always simple to get your hands on some much needed cash early on. But you don't have to cheap out if you don't want to. The easiest way to get money during the first couple of hours is to have a Yakuza game save on your PS4. If you've got one, go over to the Yagami Detective Agency and check your mailbox. You'll find a cool 50,000 yen to get you started. Elsewhere, a good money-making exercise involves side cases, which eventually open up to you during Chapter 2. Keep checking the board on your office for more of these missions, which often involve 6-figure rewards for very little effort. Heal mortal wounds. Even Yakuza vets might be a little taken aback by the new mortal wounds feature. If Yagami gets shot, stabbed or hit by a boss's signature attack, which always comes during the second phase, he'll have part of his health bar permanently reduced. The only way to get it back is to find a doctor. However, it can be hard to find him, at least at first. Midway through Chapter 2, you'll bump into a homeless man who's a little worse for wear. You'll eventually be directed to the children's park in the north of the city. Head there, enter the manhole, and you'll eventually find the city's doctor who can fully heal you for 20,000 yen. Crucially, you'll now be able to buy some recovery items to help fix mortal wounds on the go. Get the wall jump finisher. With dozens of skills and abilities to spend your hard-earned XP on, it can be tricky to figure out which ones are essential. One must-have ability though is the wall jump finisher. The game points you in its direction early on, and with good reason. If you buy the finisher through the pause menu skill page, you'll not only be able to run up walls and come flying at enemies with a forearm, which makes you nigh on impossible to hit, it also has the useful effect of sapping the morale of enemies. If you see a purple cloud on their faces, you'll know that you're inside their heads, and they'll be stunned for a few seconds, allowing you to hit a crunching combo. Hear a cat meowing? You're not going crazy. If you play Judgment for more than 10 minutes, the chances are you'll hear a meowing sound during the game's investigation sequences. Yes, it's incredibly annoying, but you can make it stop. It even ties into one of the game's more interesting friend events. While there's nothing you can do about it in the game's first 6 or so hours, you'll eventually have the chance to head to this alley. Once there, you'll be able to spot a man in an orange tracksuit who will get you started on a quest to hunt down cats. So, back to the meowing sound. From this point onwards, every time you hear a cat cry out, it means that there's a stray cat in the area just waiting to be photographed. You'll get a small amount of XP for it, and most importantly, it will shut the damn thing up. Try out drone races. There are plenty of side activities to take part in away from the murky murder cases of Judgment. Among the most fun are the brand new drone races. You can find material on the streets to help upgrade your drone, which makes walking around the town a lot more fun and also helps turn drone races from a pretty interesting distraction into one of the all-time best Yakuza minigames, right up there with the life-consuming cabaret activities from Yakuza 0. Well worth a try, even if it doesn't seem that way at first. Give a damn about your reputation. The game doesn't really explain its reputation mechanic that well, which can be annoying as it technically locks you out of certain side missions until you increase it. To improve your reputation, you'll need to take on friend events, marked by a greyed out smiley face on your map, as well as certain side cases. Once you've maxed out the friend meter by completing a given task, you'll gain 1 reputation point, which will help Yagami unlock more and more content. That includes some of the more tougher and more intriguing side cases that can be found by speaking to the bartender at Bartender. Yes, that's its real name. Unlock Flux Fissure and Rising Tornado. Before you do anything else in Judgment, you need to increase Flux Fissure to the max, as well as picking up the Rising Tornado move in the Combat tab on the skills page. They're the best combat moves in Judgment. Flux Fissure, which can be pulled off in the Tiger fighting style after holding down square during a combo, can deal large amounts of damage when fully upgraded. Even better, it can break the guard of a boss, knocking them off their feet, allowing you to get an extra combo or two in. Rising Tornado, meanwhile, is the best recovery move in the game. Usually when you're knocked down, you'll have to smash X to slowly return to your feet. Rising Tornado does away with all that with one simple tap of triangle, sending you windmilling towards enemies, attacking them with lightning fast speed. Visit Poppos early in the game for easy XP. We mentioned reputation earlier, and there's actually a super easy way not only to increase that, but to also get a large chunk of XP to help upgrade Yagami's skills and abilities. Head to any and every Poppo shop you can find and talk to the employees behind the tills. That'll kick off a friend event. Then all you need to do is spend a few thousand yen on random items in the store to max out their friend meter. That'll net you a record, 1 reputation level, and 500 XP, which is the equivalent of beating a late game boss. A trip to 2 different Poppo stores, for example, should get you enough XP to increase your health within the first 20 minutes of the game.